Hi, Penny. How you doing?
We're here in your backyard
Yes, we are.
and we're discussing
Art with kids.
art with kids. Well, talk about like when you were a child, what did you
Oh my
get
gosh.
out of and what were your favorite activities?
Well,
And did you go to museums?
as a child, I didn't go to a lot of museums because we lived overseas, but we had lots of art opportunities at the time. I was able to take charcoal painting and
Wow.
doll making classes. I took ikebana. Obviously, we lived in Japan, ikebana. And plus, we didn't have television. I was fascinated with plants and fiber, and I got books from the library, read up on natural dyeing and spinning, and I built my own drop spindles and
Wow.
learned how to spin wool and
So it's
dyed them in the
interesting
kitchen.
that you felt sort of empowered by this, like you felt
Yeah.
like a signal to go do.
It felt good to do.
It felt good.
And it felt mentally good. It made me wonder about a lot of things. And now, as a person who has supported myself for probably 40 years now, making by hand and selling my own work for many decades now, I feel it's really important, especially with children, to get them to wonder a lot. Wonder, what if?
Are you talking about experiment or
Experiment.
Yes.
To wonder about things.
yes.
Wonder, how was something made?
Right.
How do I do that? Wonder, what if?
Yes. What do I think about something?
Right.
Critical thinking.
Like, how did that artist make that? Or what
Yeah.
were they thinking? What
Or
materials
what would
did
I
they
do
use?
if I used that technique? What would I make? Or
Yeah,
what would
how
I-
could I
How would mine look
make
different?
something like that? What's the process? From a very young age, I was very involved in the process and the materials. I
Process.
loved all of that. If you look at another artist's work, and as a child, you wonder, how was it made? How could I do something like that? I just think jump in and get hands-on.
We want to encourage museum going,
Right.
interacting with museums, which often have these hands-on workshops also.
Yeah.
What could a kid get out of actually viewing an exhibit?
Oh, I think if I had access to going into a museum when I was younger, I would have just started earlier wondering about all of how I was going to make all of these things. You just want to expose them, in my opinion.
Yes.
Lots of exposure, lots of hands-on stuff. The one thing that I really stuck with me was some of the kids would say things like, oh, my mom would never let me paint at home because it's too messy.
Yeah.
So, anytime you can remove those sorts of impediments
Barriers, yeah.
and barriers to kids and art, most people are not going to grow up to be an artist.
No.
But they're, just like music, it stimulates creativity, it stimulates thinking,
I
and
think it enriches your life in so many ways.
right, it teaches you to see.
Yes, exactly.
It teaches you to look.
Exactly. And be critical.
And yeah, be critical, think about things, be creative.
That's right.
And that's the beginning, I think, of
Yes.
teaching kids art, is getting them to wonder about things, exposing them to art, to materials. If you just give kids a chance to make something, to learn about the materials, and to look at other artwork, and just wonder is really the best thing.